Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Kayden Gordon Show, today's best country mix. If you're just joining us, joining me right here today is Alyssa Ruffin. Hey, Alyssa, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. So, kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into music.
I am a country recording artist. I have been singing since I was about three and performing on stage since I was about five. My mom was also a singer and she is also a songwriter. So I kind of just followed in her footsteps.
That's awesome. So, what do you most enjoy about music?
Music is, it's kind of it's therapeutic. I write a lot
Absolutely.
about my personal life, so yeah.
hmm If you could duet or collaborate with any singer, who would you choose and why?
Oh my goodness. So so many people. um, I would say I would have to go with, if I had to narrow it down to just one, I would probably pick Trisha Yearwood. Um, she was a huge part of my inspiration growing up. Her and Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, but Trisha Yearwood, I love her and I love her story, and she's just phenomenal.
hmm And do you have something that inspired you to start doing your music, Alyssa?
My mom, she was always singing and playing guitar and entering singing competitions and things like that. And then she won a singing competition and went on to the finals that were held at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. And when she came back, she had played the showcase back, the video, and there was like a little girl also competing in the same showcase as my mom. And so seeing her up there kind of like gave me like the okay that it was okay for me to do it too, because I was five. And even though I had already been performing, I think seeing another child out there doing it was just that
hmm
little extra
hmm
motivation.
Right. hmm And where can people find you on social media?
You can go to linktree.com/Alyssa Ruffin, and all of my social media pages are listed: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff.
Do you have any new singles or any upcoming projects that we can look forward to?
I have a single called Collateral Damage that is already available to stream on all music platforms. And I am working with Scott Wilson. He's a music producer and the bass player for Saving Abel. We're working on an EP record, and two of the songs are already complete and ready to go. And both of those songs feature Kent Sletcher, Luke Bryan's drummer. They feature Scott Wilson on bass and Steve Henson on banjo, mandolin, and steel guitar. And Steve's worked with everybody from like Chris Ledoux and Carrie Underwood to Dolly Parton and Kenny Chesney. So that's pretty exciting. And then I also am working on an upcoming project with producer Morgan Matthews, who has had multiple number one charted songs. He was up for an award for his production on "Show Me Love" with Alicia Keys last year. So I'm excited for that also.
That's super exciting.
Yeah.
So, what does a typical day look like for you?
Oh gosh, I'm a full-time mom and a military wife, so my days are pretty full. I got to do like the school thing with the kids and
hmm hmm
uh, military functions. I just recently performed the national anthem for the United States Space Force for the Space Delta 13 activation and assumption of command ceremony. So that was pretty cool, and and then I had to run and get the kids from school right after. So
Oh no.
yeah.
Kind of nervous to ask this, but were you late for them?
No, I wasn't, but that does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. What do you like doing outside of music?
My whole life pretty much revolves around music. So if I'm not writing or in the studio or performing myself, I go out and support other artists, and it's important to continue the music support and keep the community a community.
Hmm. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Ooh. Uh, you know, I'm just gonna answer that question with a quote that I made up myself. I just keep telling everybody, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way. So
Hmm. Totally. I totally agree with that. That's such a great quote. I love it. Yeah.
thanks.
You're welcome. So, what advice would you give someone that might want to start singing?
I would say to believe in yourself. That is probably the number one thing. Not everybody is going to believe in your journey. And sometimes people say or do things that could be discouraging. And so I think it's important to believe in yourself. Passion and drive are not enough. Everything that you do to be successful requires risk and taking action. So, and then having a support system. So your friends or family, that's really important too.
I agree 100%. If you could go open a show for any artist, who would you choose and why?
Um, I would choose Miranda Lambert. Um, I love
Nice pick.
her. Yeah,
Mhm.
she is. She's a huge part of who I am as an artist also. So I just think she's incredible. Everything that she does and stands for is amazing. And I think she would be really fun. Um, yeah, that would be Miranda Lambert.
Have you ever participated in any competitions yourself or?
Yeah, that's kind of how I started. I competed in a lot of competitions over the years. It wasn't until maybe 3 or 4 years ago that I started pursuing music, original music and recording and all that. So up until that point, I had only competed in competitions, and I've had a lot of great experiences. Like I've performed, competed in the International um, Freedom Festival singing competition in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, and the Essex Fiddle and Singing Competition in Essex, Ontario, Canada. I've done competitions in um, Tennessee and Colorado, and North Dakota. I won like a wild card round and opened for Sawyer Brown singing for 30,000 people. So competitions they've got some game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Totally. What would you be doing right now if it wasn't for music? Like if music wasn't around, what would you be doing?
uh, you know, I get asked this question a lot, but I'm a creative person, so I imagine it would be something creative. I don't know, painting or I just it's hard to envision myself outside
Right.
of
Mm-hmm.
spend
Mm-hmm.
like my whole life. I don't know. I'd probably
Yeah.
be a music producer.
Yeah. I mean, if there's no music, you can't really be a music producer, but I'll take it. I'll take that. We'll pretend that there's still some sort of music around in this scenario, but
Well, if there's no music, you got to create it, right?
right, absolutely, absolutely. Then you can bring music back to life, right?
There you go.
Yeah. But hey, music is definitely therapeutic, that's for sure.
Yes.
Hmm. What is one message they'd like to give your fans or anyone listening, Alyssa?
A message.
Yeah.
I would say recently I had said in an article, it doesn't matter where you come from or what your upbringing is, or if you come from money, or if you've struggled with mental health, or abusive relationships, or whatever it may be. If you put your mind to something, you can do it. You have to put in the effort. You have to try.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't try. So, and it's just for everybody,
That's
not
right.
just us. So,
Then look at you
last,
doing
yep.
good things.
Lastly, is there anything else that I forgot that you'd like to share with us today, Alyssa?
I just recently won the uh, female modern country female vocalist of the year at the Josie Music Awards. There were 38,997 submissions, and only
Wow.
2.6% of the submissions had nominations. So I was nominated in 4 categories, and I took home the award for Female Vocalist of the Year.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Award right here.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I love it. Even though the sun's kind of reflecting on it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say a huge thank you to Alyssa Ruffin for joining me right here on the Kayden Gordon Show, today's Best Country Mix. We truly appreciate your time to talk to us today, Alyssa.
Thank you so much for having me.